Russian forces have now fired close to 400 missiles into Ukraine, attacking schools, hospitals, and homes. Satellite images show an estimated 40-mile Russian convoy closing in on Kyiv.
As for Russian President Vladimir Putin's warning that he has put his nuclear deterrent forces on high alert, President Biden dismissed it Monday, telling a reporter that Americans should not worry.
We've seen Mr. Putin's announcement. We believe it's as unnecessary as it is escalatory.
In the face of Putin's aggression, the president of Ukraine has rallied his country and the world. CBN's George Thomas is on the ground in Lviv.
By invading Ukraine, Putin was hoping to not only conquer the entire country, but also divide Ukrainians. Well, the exact opposite has happened. Not only is the nation more united than ever before, but so many see this as a David versus Goliath story. And today, Ukraine's President Zelensky, in their eyes, is clearly the David.
He's much more braver than Goliath. He is much stronger. He is much more confident.
I'm so happy to be Ukrainian. I'm so honored to be Ukrainian. I'm so happy that I have this president.
Zelensky is perhaps the most unlikely Ukrainian president. His background, a former actor. He was the voice of Paddington Bear in Ukraine and played Ukraine's president in a TV comedy before getting the job in real life. In the past week, his bold and sometimes defiant leadership has given Ukraine the resolve it urgently needed. Zelensky acknowledged what intelligence shows, that he's Russia's #1 target, and his family is #2. His family members have gone into hiding. When rumors surfaced that he was fleeing the capital, however, he pushed back with a video of him and his leaders in the street, saying, "We're still here." And when the Biden administration offered an evacuation, he said, "I need ammunition, not a ride."
The Ukrainians are fighting back hard, and there's incredible, great leadership by Zelensky.
Across social media, photos of Zelensky with his troops have gone viral, and his emotional teleconference plea to European leaders, telling them it might be the last time they saw him alive, accelerated aid to Ukraine and sanctions on Russia.
He told us he doesn't know if he will be able to take and to speak with us another time. So it's tough.
Almost 28 NATO countries have increased sanctions against Putin and Russian banks. Even Switzerland, known for its neutrality, has joined in, barring Putin from Swiss banks. The pushback has sent the Russian economy into a tailspin. And on top of the financial war, military analysts say Russia's in trouble on the ground.
This is going terribly for Vladimir Putin and his forces. They designed a flawed concept.
Fuel shortages have slowed the troops, along with the fighting skill of the Ukrainian people.
The Ukrainian will is so incredible to see what they are doing, to see their president.
Zelensky's latest move, filing a genocide case against Russia. He's asking the UN to stop the Russian invasion and order the Kremlin to pay reparations.
Zelensky is, of course, no longer acting, and what he is doing right now at home and abroad could save his country while crushing Putin's ambition for now. Heather Sells, CBN News.
Our senior international correspondent George Thomas is with us now from the streets of the city of Lviv in Ukraine. George, Kharkiv, Ukraine's second largest city, was hit by a Russian missile today. You've been to that exact spot where the missile struck. What is today's attack signal?
Yeah, I was there several years ago, in fact, a number of times since the 2014 invasion of the Eastern Park. What this sends is a very clear signal that Russia has no problem going after civilian targets. And this was right the main city center, the equivalent of City Hall. So it's sending a clear message. In fact, just before we came on the air, I got a call, my producer got a call from a family trapped in Kharkiv. She was wailing. She's got 3 kids and she's struggling to figure out how to get out of the city. So this today, what's happened today in Kharkiv and other parts of eastern Ukraine has definitely escalated and taken the situation here on the ground to another level.
And the Russians are also pounding Kherson and Donetsk. Talk about the significance of these attacks.
Yeah, guys, take a look at this map. If you look at the map of Ukraine, you see Crimea to the south, you see Kherson, then you see Zaporizhia, and then you see Donetsk. And in essence, what's happening is that today they've been targeted, they've been pummeling Kherson as well as the Donetsk region around the Mariupol. And the whole idea there is to create a land bridge from the east all the way to Crimea. You have to realize that Crimea is a major port, naval port for the Russians. And for 8 years, they've had no access, no land access to Crimea. What they're doing today is pummeling Kherson and as well as Mariupol and Donetsk with the idea of trying to create this land bridge from the eastern part of the country all the way to Crimea.
We're at the library this morning, George. What did you see there?
Yeah, let me just tell you right now, let me just show you right now what's going on. Right here, if you can see, I'm going to give you a little tour. You have dozens and dozens of men and women who are basically taking strips of fabric and rolling it and weaving it into this mesh. And in essence, they're going to be taking this all the way to the front lines. What you have here is dozens and dozens of women, men who are in essence sewing this to the very fabric of the camouflage net. And with each of these pieces of fabric, they are sending their prayers, their love, their unity, and a symbol of what is going on today. You know, Vladimir Putin may have tried to conquer and divide Ukrainians, but the truth of the matter is that this nation is united like never before, and we're seeing it today in the display. Just a small token of what these people are trying to do. It's their way of saying, we stand united, we stand with our forces.
And the UN, George, estimates some 500,000 people have fled. Where are they heading to? And what is the future? What's the future that awaits them?
Yeah, basically about, like you said, 500,000, probably more by now. Tens of thousands of them have been coming to Lviv, the largest city in the west, and then they're desperately trying to cross the border into Poland. It's been a nightmare because it can take, what's normally an hour-long trip from Lviv to the Polish border. Normally takes about an hour. Now it's taking 37, 38, 40, 45 hours. People sitting with no gas, standing in line. It parked in their cars. Sometimes they have to walk because the line is so huge. The same situation on the Slovenia border, the Hungary border. And so it's it's just unbelievable.
Wow. Well, stay safe, sir. That's a powerful image behind you, very much so. Keep up the great work. And again, thank you for reporting on this important story for us. Thank you, George. George Thomas in Ukraine. Thanks again.